Hi everyone, and welcome to Ultimate Exercise Ball Class, filmed on location at Core Maximus in North Bay. Absolutely check them out. Welcome to Beginner Basics number 2. You do not need to do number 1 in order to do number 2. It's complementary, so you can go either one first. I'm going to slow things down a little bit more than I do in some of my other videos and really just go through technique and positioning. However, everything else stays the same. 6 moves, 1 minute each. My uber beginners, we go through it once. As you progress, you'll try to go through it 2 or 3 times. Today, all you need is your ball and a trusty wall. All right, nothing on the floor around you. Make sure you've got lots of space. We're starting with push-ups. If you have not done the warm-up though, please pause the video, do the warm-up, come back and join us. Last thing we need is for anybody to get hurt. Okay, so I have a trusty little stopwatch. We have 1 minute of push-ups. So we're going to start up at the wall. We're going to bring the ball up to the wall. Here, I want your hands in line with your shoulders. If your wrists don't like this position, turn your hands out slightly. And then feet wider apart always makes things a little bit easier. Feet closer together makes things a little bit harder. From here, we are going to stay in a nice straight line. So we're going to be really active through our core and stabilize our spine and our back. Okay, from here, shoulders down away from ears. We're going to inhale as we come in. Exhale, push strong away from the ball. Fighting to keep the ball as still as possible. We're here for a minute. With the minute intervals, you can do as many reps as you can or as little reps as you can, right? It really allows you to guide how intense we make our minute. Now, for those of you that feel strong and confident in this position, we can try a few down at the floor. So one option is to put the ball in a corner. The other option is to come straight down in front of you, and everything else stays the same. For those of you at the wall, keep going for me. We can have our feet nice and wide. Hands are on the ball, wrist turned out slightly, belly button pulled in. Shoulders away from ears. Inhale down, exhale strong up. Keep that ball nice and still. One more. Amazing, amazing. Rest there. We're gonna give our arms a break and we're going to work through our core. So this is possibly still one of my favorite moves. We are going to be close to the wall. The ball is going to be away from the wall. Now, foot positioning. The leg that's closest to the wall is back. The leg that's closest to the ball is forward. So I'm in a staggered stance. And now I want to get my hips onto the ball. So I'm not on top of the ball. I'm not on the side of the ball. I'm somewhere in the middle. Okay, we're going to bend through our knees just slightly, and we're going to bring our hips onto the ball, and then we're going to get our feet locked into the wall, knees bent. Once you've done this a few times, this move will get very comfortable, but I understand it takes a little bit until you feel more natural. Typically, one side feels better than the other. Now, hand can come onto the ball, and it's only there to help you feel confident that the ball is not going to slip out from underneath you. If you have a UXB, it won't slip. But if you have a different ball at home, absolutely, you can have your hand right there. Okay, so from here, we're going to keep our hips stacked, our shoulders stacked, as if there's a wall in front of us and a wall behind us. If you feel confident, that bottom arm is coming up across our shoulder. We're coming all the way over the ball. So we're going to open up through our torso. I'm going to feel this nice, good stretch through my side. I'm going to keep my hips completely still, and I'm going to pull myself up tall. Knees stay bent. We're here for a minute. We're going to open. We want to use the ball as a bonus to come past neutral. I want to stretch over the ball, keeping hips stacked, knees bent. Knees bent are really going to help us stay stable on the ball here. Chest out nice and tall and strong. Let's be mindful of our posture. Shoulders away from ears. And again, that visual of there's a wall in front of me and there's a wall behind me. So I'm trying to avoid any rotation, any twisting. Again, try to enjoy that little bit of a stretch first. It feels really good for me this morning. And then, or whenever maybe it's an afternoon, it's morning for me, but a really good stretch through my side. Strong pull up. I've got time for one more. And then it's a simple, we're gonna roll onto our backside. Okay, rest there. I hope that went well. All right. We are simply going to bring ourselves to face the wall. So from here, my legs are bent, my feet are locked into the wall. That's gonna help us with slipping. Same thing with push-ups. Feet closer together makes this harder. Feet further apart are gonna make this easier, right? Again, the UXB it allows me to feel really comfortable that the ball's not going to slip at all. So we are going to place our glutes a little bit on the side of that ball. So I'm not on top, I'm not all the way on the side, I'm somewhere in the middle. Hands can be on thighs or arms across chest. We're going to open up over the ball. Ball is staying still. I'm going to open. We're using the ball to our advantage. I'm going to enjoy this nice big stretch. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to pull myself up tall, chin away from chest. I'm going to control the open, which means I'm not dropping over the ball. It's a consistent speed as I open, consistent speed as I close. Legs are staying bent. We're here for a minute. One catch. If you feel dizzy going back over the ball, I want you to keep your eyes forward and we won't open as much. So find something in front of you to stare at and we'll keep our visual cue focused straight ahead, and that'll help us if we feel dizzy whatsoever. Everything else stays the same. We have 15 seconds left here. Nice, good open. Control the open. Fight to keep that ball nice and still. Strong exhale. As we come up, I got one more in me. Nice, good open. And then I'm simply gonna show you my back. Okay, but I am gonna take the stopwatch with me. You guys will appreciate that. Okay, we're doing side sit-ups, opposite side. So I'm going to show you my back, but I will walk us through it. So again, we are closer to the wall. The ball is away from the wall. My leg closest to the wall is back. My leg closest to the ball is forward, staggered stance. We're going to bend through those knees and we're going to get our hips on the side of the ball. So I'm not on top of the ball, I'm not on the side, I'm somewhere in the middle. I glue both feet into the wall. If you have a mic pack, you're going to move it out of the way. Hand can come onto the ball if you would like that to feel more comfortable. I want you to avoid pushing up with your hand, but use it to stabilize and balance. If not, that bottom arm comes across our chest, hand goes to top shoulder, and open and close. We're coming down over the ball. I'm going to feel a nice good stretch through my side. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to pull up nice and strong. I'm going to pull my shoulder blades together because I want a nice strong posture position. Very mindful of posture in all of our moves. It's also going to make the balance and stability on the ball a little bit easier. As you open here, again, nice good stretch. Keep those hips still. Keep those knees bent as you control the pull back open. Okay, or closed, sorry. Big, big open. Nice, good stretch. Use the ball, right? On the floor, we cannot open up past neutral. So here we're going to use it to work through a bigger range of motion, getting our muscles to work a little bit differently. But then they also need to fire to stabilize us on the ball as it rolls a little bit forward and maybe a little bit backwards as we fight for balance here. And we rest. We keep rolling through our circle here, team. You're doing amazing. We're 4 moves done. You have 2 left for me. Back extensions. Okay, again, I'm close to the wall, the ball is away. This one's a little bit sneaky. If you have slippy shorts on, I want you to pull your shorts up slightly so your thighs will stick to the ball. Okay, we're going 1 foot slightly forward, opposite foot a little bit closer to the wall. So again, a bit of a staggered stance, nice and wide as the ball. My hands are going to come onto the ball. I'm going to get my hips onto the ball. Not on top, not on the side, somewhere in the middle. There's the theme. All right, so I'm going to straddle the ball and I'm going to bring my hips down onto the ball. Once I'm here, I'm going to bring 1 foot back to the wall and then the other. With slight bend in knees, same as our side sit-ups, same as our sit-ups. Okay, so now I'm hanging out on the ball. Hands, again, can be in the front of the ball if you feel like the ball might slip. If not, it'll grip our thighs. When we drop our torso over the ball, you're gonna keep those knees nice and bent so that we don't do a somersault. If you happen to start rolling forward, our comment here is always tuck and roll. Tuck, roll. You'll be fine. Okay, hands are gonna come onto the front of the ball. We're gonna bring our torso all the way down, and let's get settled first. Okay, so from here, my knees are bent, and I want you to feel that stretch out through our back. Fingertips can lightly be on the ball just to help us balance and support, avoiding using it to push. If you feel comfortable, I want hands on your hips, and this is where we're lifting from. We're gonna lift from our hips. Shoulders, hips, nice straight line, shoulders down away from our ears, belly button pulled in nice and strong. So my belly is off the ball. And then slow control all the way back down over. Let everything go into that stretch. Keep our legs bent. Hinge from hips. Come up long. Every now and then, of course, you can look at me, but eventually I want head neutral, which means I'm not looking up and I'm not looking down. And then I slow control on the down. If you are hinging from your ribs, you're gonna come up here and then you're gonna sound like me. I can't get my full breath, I'm pushing into my diaphragm, and it's really not a fun move. As soon as I hinge from hips, whew, there. Now I can take my full deep breath, voice comes back, lucky you guys, and it's a lot more comfortable working through neutral spine. So we have 10 seconds left. I'm gonna come all the way over the ball. I relax everything. I'm working through a big range of motion. I come up nice and strong. I'm fighting to keep the ball nice and still. Shoulders away from ears, shoulder blades pulled together. Wonderful. Hands are gonna come onto the ball. We're gonna step out of that. We finally get to put the ball back at the wall. Now, we have a minute of cardio. Don't turn me off. I gotcha. For our minute of cardio, our theme here, just keep moving, okay? So we're coming back into that push-up type position. So the ball can be at the wall or again in a corner if that makes you feel more comfortable with it. And we're gonna turn our wrists out. We're gonna push the ball into the wall. We're going plank jacks for 1 minute. You are just going to keep moving. So we're gonna get shoulders, hips, feet, nice straight line. And we're gonna start with hopping our feet open, hop our feet closed. 1 minute here. Now, what if you don't wanna hop? You're going to tap one foot out to the side, tap the other foot out to the side. Really strong through chest and shoulders. Shoulder blades, I say glue them to your shoulders. So my shoulder blades are glued in towards my rib cage, which means my shoulders are away from my ears. I'm actively pushing into the ball, and maybe I hop a few, and then I step a few. Again, we're here for a minute, so it's your speed, it's your pace. Maybe our pace is hop out, pause, hop in. I'm breathing, inhales and exhales. Maybe I float through between all three of those, but as I'm supposed to be motivating you, I'll hop it out for the last 8 seconds, and we go right through to the end. We don't stop before the minute, that'd be silly, and rest. Okay, have a seat. That move, yes, it's cardio, but guess what? It's core, it's chest, it's shoulders, it's inner and outer thighs. You guys did amazing. If you think there's someone else that might enjoy this video, I would love it if you shared it with them. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, that would also mean a lot. Please hit that lovely subscribe button, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.